Hello influencers, and welcome to another episode of Chats with Champions. Today I am joined by Melissa Hull. Melissa is not only an author and a speaker, but she is the host of the international TV show The Ripple Effect. Can you first of all tell everyone about your show, the Ripple Effect, and your story as well?
Yeah, thank you. The Ripple Effect was really born out of this need to pay it forward. And if it's okay with you, I would like to share a little bit about what I mean by that, sharing my story.
Yes.
It was several years ago that I lost my oldest child to an accidental drowning. I was home alone with my two little boys, and I fell asleep one morning, and while I fell asleep, my older son let himself outside and he wandered away from our home and he fell into an irrigation canal near our home. That, as you can imagine, devastated my life, and it also took a very heavy toll on my marriage.
Yes.
And we unfortunately weren't able to withstand those stresses.
Yeah.
Joey is a very good man. We buckled under that pressure.
Yeah.
But what I learned in those moments, Muneer, is that there are things that we are given in life that we may not understand at the time, but that they can be kind of the catapults to what is really truly great within us. I never could have imagined in those days when I was literally in despair, just contemplating ending my life, because I just did not want to hurt emotionally anymore. I didn't want to die, but I didn't want to suffer. And it wasn't until I realized that this experience had really revealed things about myself that I know I didn't fully appreciate.
Yes.
I truly believe in people. I see the good in people. I see past their pain and into their potential in a way that I'm not sure most people do. So this is why the idea came to me. I do remember being at one of those low points in my life, and I looked, and there was this woman who wrote me a letter. Her name is Teresa, and honestly, that's all I know. But it was on an evening where I honestly was contemplating ending my life, and I had the intention of moving forward with that. And I looked down, and there's this envelope on a table that I never noticed before. I pick it up and I begin to read it, and it's from this woman who's telling me her story of losing her 6-year-old child to being hit by a car. And at the bottom of this letter, there were these words, bold words, "If you choose." And I thought, so I skipped. And I went right to it, and this is what it said. It said, if you choose, you can live your best life tomorrow. If you choose, you can find happiness and joy. But it is a choice. And in that moment, hope came flooding into my heart and into my life in a way that I can't really explain, but everything about me transitioned into this idea that I could do more. I could be more. I would overcome this. It would take time, but if I chose every day to be the best person that I can be and give from my heart to the people around me, that I could live a life of greatness. And so honestly, the Ripple Effect is my way of paying it forward to a woman that I only know as Teresa. And my contribution to the world is I now take and meet with people all around the world, and I show the world how one person truly can make a positive difference in the life of another when you really want to.
That's amazing. And you weren't ever able to thank Teresa in person, were you?
I don't know who she is. I lost that letter, but I've never lost the spirit of that letter. And she lives in my heart every day, as does my son Drew. Drew is my why. That experience is what drives me to give the best of me every day. As a speaker, I talk about that experience, and I talk about not devaluing the moments and the things in our lives that we struggle with, to see them as the catapults, the potential catapults for our greatness, because it is a choice. We can either be limited by the things that have happened to us, or we can be driven by them. And I choose to be driven driven every day to be better, to do more, to give more, to love deeper, and to serve more, and just to serve everyone that I meet. I truly believe that that's the key to changing this world. I think the world needs people to, like you and I, to remind them that it's a choice. We can choose to have the world that we want, but we'll all have to choose to create it.
You know, I'm kind of choking inside. I gotta admit. First of all, I want to say you have got a strong and beautiful soul.
Thank you.
I truly mean that. For you to take something as hard as what you've been through and turn it into something very positive, I have so much admiration for you. And if you know anybody named Teresa, you have to tag them in this video because we gotta find her. It's so interesting how the little things make
what is seemingly little can be the seed of greatness. Does she know? She doesn't know, but hopefully someday she will.
Hopefully someday.
I will never know who is touched by my message. I never know who in the audience needs what I'm there to share.
Yeah.
I just know that it's needed.
Wow.
And so I show up and I offer, and that's okay. I may never know if I'm making that difference in someone's life or not. And for me, that's not the goal. The goal is to show up and to be the example.
Yes.
That's all I need.
And as you keep showing up and just saying things, one day the smallest phrase will make the biggest difference in someone's life, and I hope that. And you know, one thing I'd like to ask you, first of all, through your program, you help a lot of people get their brands and products out there. Do you want to talk about that a little bit?
The ripple effect, I use it as a platform to help people live their best life now. And what I have found is that there's a lot of information and different ways of doing that.
Yeah.
Some speakers have a message that I really know in my heart that the world needs to hear, and so I will approach them and ask them to be a guest. Then there are others that come onto the show that have solution systems that will help people improve their business, which will help them to do more, to give more later. I believe that everything that we do that can help really make a person's life better in some way is needed. Whether it's better business, better relationships, better verbal skills, better communication skills, or just being able to just really deeply appreciate how we all are needed in this world, and encourage them to just look somebody in the eyes and say hello. You know, it is wonderful to meet you. Those sorts of connections are needed, and Muneer, I think you'll agree, but when we can truly connect to people from our hearts, whether it be in business or even, you know, privately or personally, that is truly the gateway to unlocking the mind, and that's where all possibilities exist.
I gotta say, I believe in your message and in your method a lot as well. One of the reasons I've asked to sit and speak with you on Chats with Champions is because I like to bring people that have a message that can impact people. Your story, for one, is one that I believe will inspire people, because we all go through certain hard times. Some of us have gone through very tough things.
Yes.
And to come back from the brink of near suicide to building a platform that helps people can potentially inspire others to help others.
You know, it's been the greatest joy of my life professionally to see that this idea of paying it forward and you know, helping to elevate people to their greatness, it feeds me in a way. Like, it just continues to give me that evidence that I'm on the right track. I'm 25 million viewers a month strong. I'm growing. So I know that the world is ready for this. I think that we are all ready for some positivity, and to work towards that collective greatness that I think we all have inside.
And one final question.
Sure.
do you have any tips for people out there perhaps wanting to communicate on video as a TV presenter? Yeah, what tips would you
Absolutely.
share?
One of the greatest transitions that I've made from going from being an author to a speaker and now to a TV host is that I'm talking to people on a global stage. I'm no longer standing in front of it, just the people within that circle of influence, which is immediately in front of me.
Yes.
I'm now able to talk to people all around the world, any time of day, whether I'm awake or sleeping.
Yes.
My content is there for them whenever they're ready for it. So I've effectively given myself this ability to talk to anyone, anywhere, at any time when they're ready to find me. My message is there, waiting.
Amazing. Okay, great. Well, Melissa, thank you very, very much for being on today. I hope you find inspiration from Melissa. If people would like to find out more information, where can they go?
melissahull.com. You can find out how to be a guest. You can find out where I'll be speaking next. I do travel the world, so look for me in your country here soon.
There you have it. Melissa Hull, thank you very much for being on the show.
Oh, thank you, Muneer.